It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Reaction video 156. Day in the neighborhood. My brothers and sisters, glad to have y'all back as always. Glad y'all came back and fucking with the big once again, baby. And hey, before we get into today's video, I just want to say this again. I've said it in the past, but I just want to, bring it back up. I want y'all to hit the like button on my video, the reaction video, the video you watching right now. But I also want y'all to go back to the original video and hit the like button, because without them, I couldn't even be doing these reactions. So make sure y'all show love to the original content creator of these videos. I always leave an original link down in the description. So just go show them some love too. And if you ain't subscribed to these people's channel yet, what are you doing with yourself? Make sure you go subscribe to them too. And make sure you subscribe to me. I digress. We're gonna get into today's video, man. And this coming from our homegirl. And hey, we ain't watched the video from her in so long. So we got to go back right now. And that is Anna Sauce. Going back to our girl Anna, man. And hey, Anna always got these crazy titles for her videos. And check this one out. The teen girl's body whose chunks were found in the toilet pipes. Let me say that again. The teen girl's body whose chunks were found in the toilet pipes. So it sounds like somebody cut this goddamn little girl up and tried to flush her down the stool, down the commode, down the shitter. Like, bro, this is gonna be crazy, y'all, but we finna check it out and see what the hell happened to her. But before we see what happened to her, y'all know what y'all got to do. Get whatever you may need. Get what you need, man. We back to Anna Sauce once again, baby. Y'all got what y'all need. Y'all ready to go? Then let's fucking go.
I'm a plumber and I'm on site for a job. And we've been pulling back. We probably pulled back about 10 pounds, 15 pounds of it looks like flesh type of stuff. Meat, and we don't know what it is.
This man is a monster who brutally murdered a teenage girl in his home and then chopped her up and flushed her remains down the toilet. And he could have gotten away with it too if his neighbors hadn't hired a plumber to check what was clogging the drains.
We're wondering if you her up. It's obvious that I did, yeah, and again, if not for apparently the plumbing was all up in that house. That aided in my capture and your capture. Yeah.
Terrifyingly.
Okay, he just ain't got no problem just confessing to this shit either, do it. Like, he just so openly talking about it, like, yeah, only reason I got caught is because the neighbors and the fucked up plumbing. Like, bro, do you realize what you just did and what you saying right now? Like, are you taking this serious? This dude don't give a fuck. Let's go.
This was not his first murder. This is the horrifying case of the teen girls' bodies whose chunks were found in the toilet pipes.
Wow, bro, I thought it was one girl. He did this shit twice.
On September 11th, 2017, at around 8 p.m., an 11-year-old boy and his grandfather were fishing near Lake Ontario Harbor in Oshawa, Canada, when they noticed something strange wobbling around in the water. When they went to check, they were horrified to discover that it was a woman's torso.
The busy spot along the waterfront is now a disturbing crime scene.
The discovery made by a fisherman and his grandson. They saw a torso in the water.
Lots of questions tonight, very few answers. Who was this woman? Where did she come from? Who wanted her dead? We know that her body was found in the water by the pier behind me, but where was she murdered?
A post-mortem examination conducted on the body part could not determine the cause of death, but the coroner said that the torso showed obvious signs of trauma. The police ruled the case as a homicide and immediately started the process of identifying who this poor woman was.
Then the daunting task is to take all these missing persons reports, get DNA from the family members of all those people, and then one at a time have them swab their cheek, send that off to the Center of Forensic Sciences, and that'll be compared to the DNA on the body.
After 2 months of comparing DNA, police were finally able to identify the victim as 18-year-old Rory Hash, who was last seen by her family in August 2017. Rory was described as a bright, beautiful, and kind girl who loved animals and aspired to be a veterinarian. Unfortunately, Rory struggled with substance addiction that sometimes led her to go out on the streets and do things that would put her in harm's way.
Rory left, first week of high school. I feel that was the beginning of the end for us. I fell into the wrong crowd and started coming home with a different attitude, a different self-pride about herself. Like everything was just different within the first month. It was very noticeable. I have no idea who would have wanted to hurt her because she was so good to everybody.
But before she went missing, her family said that Rory was trying to put her life back on track after finding out that she was pregnant. Sadly, she never got the chance to do that. Rory was last seen alive on August 29th when her friend and her friend's mom took her to the hospital after she experienced a mental breakdown. You can see them in this footage entering the emergency room and sitting in the waiting area. However, after a while, both the friend and the mother left, leaving Rory alone in the hospital. Rory waits for about 15 minutes, and then for some reason, she also leaves without even seeing a doctor. It would be the last time that she was ever seen alive again. So what happened to her? And how did her torso end up in a lake 2 weeks later?
Communications.
I'm a plumber and I'm on site for a job. And we got we're snaking a drain, and we've been pulling back. We probably pulled back about 10 pounds, 15 pounds of it looks like flesh type of stuff. Meat, and we don't know what it is.
On December 29th, 2017, 2 plumbers were working at an apartment building in downtown Oshawa, where they had been hired by tenants on the main floor to unclog their drains. While trying to figure out what was clogging the drains, the plumbers stumbled upon a gruesome, flesh-like substance inside the pipes. Although they really didn't know what it was suspicious enough to make them call the police. The police arrived at around 8 p.m., and they were shown 2 shopping bags containing the flesh-like substance, which was about 13 to 14 inches long. One of the officers would later testify that they had never seen anything like that before, so they were not sure what it was. 4 officers then went into the basement apartment where a man opened the door. When the officers asked him what he was flushing down the toilet, his response was completely shocking. The man was 45-year-old Adam Strong. Not much is known about Adam other than that he sometimes worked as a gas station attendant and a security guard on movie sets. His social media is also filled with disturbing posts about how he's not being able to find a woman who could accept his twisted fantasies. He also posted pictures of blades and handcuffs on Facebook with the captions reading, "Home is where my handcuffs hang." Adam was not on the police radar until that day, and when officers entered his house, he had no idea of the horror they were about to uncover. Inside Adam's bedroom, police found a large freezer that contained a human head and other remains wrapped up in garbage bags. The remains would be identified as Rory's. Her blood was all over the bedroom walls and ceiling, and Adam's bodily fluids would also be discovered on her body.
Oh my God, yeah, this one of he just sick. He just all around. This one of them all around sick motherfuckers, y'all. This is one of them just all the way around, like just loopy out there, crazy motherfucker. And like we seen at the beginning of the video, we already can tell he ain't got no remorse. But the more I'm just sitting back just thinking about it and been thinking about it the whole time I'm watching the video, my people. I'm sitting back like, this dude was flushing them down his toilet like he knew he was gonna get caught that way. Like he knew there was not a way to dispose of a body. And not only, gotta keep in mind that he had the goddamn girl head in the freezer in his bedroom with other body parts. Like he wasn't trying to get away with this shit. He knew eventually he was gonna get caught. He didn't give a fuck. This dude crazy. Let's go.
That he had violated her before she died. A medical examiner found that Rory had suffered multiple injuries on her body, including 2 skull fractures that seemed to have been caused by a hammer. However, due to the state that her body was in, it was not clear whether the injuries were caused before or after she died.
A citizen alerted police after finding more remains in this basement apartment. A pipe bomb-like device was also found, prompting police to evacuate nearby homes. That night, they arrested 45-year-old Adam Strong. He was charged with indecent interference with a body. Despite linking the 2 crime scenes today, police say no additional charges have been laid.
At this time, there's no homicide charges against anyone, and we're still going through all the evidence.
Police describing the crime scene at this home on McMillan Drive as extensive. So much so, they've applied for a 30-day extension on the original warrant. An autopsy has been performed, yet it did not determine the cause of death.
Inside Adam's cluttered apartment, police were able to uncover a number of pieces of evidence, including a hammer, restraining devices, and Rory's shoe, which had red splatters all over it. They also found a hunting knife specially designed for gutting and skinning animals, and when they checked it for DNA, they realized in horror that it was another victim.
Crazy.
Adam had killed before and gotten away with it. Her name was Candace Fitzpatrick, and she had been missing for almost 10 years.
Damn.
Candace was 19 years old when she disappeared, and like Rory, she was struggling with addictions and living in the streets after running away from home. She would also sell her body to help support her habit. Candace vanished in central Oshawa in 2008, but tragically, her family didn't actually notice until several months had passed. Her dad said that he had tried reporting it to the police, but they dismissed him because she was living in the streets. So they launched a Facebook page to help search for her. However, over the years, they did not hear anything about her until now.
I think anytime you tell a family or the parents of locating their DNA in a residence, widely publicized as much as 19 McMillan has been, it's shocking to them.
Despite the evidence against him and the fact that he had already told the police where to find the rest of Rory's remains, Adam denied killing Rory and Candace, claiming that he only disposed of their bodies. While being...
Hold up again, y'all. Hold up again. I thought he was admitting to the murders, but this motherfucker just saying, no, I ain't killed them. I just was disposing of their bodies. Like, bro, who gonna believe that shit, bro? Bro. Who believe that shit, bro? Really, bro? Really, bro? Let's go.
Question, Adam appeared calm and relaxed and casually talked about how he dismembered Rory's body as if it was nothing.
So, the 24th is when you start this. You said Christmas Eve? Yes. Are you doing this while it's frozen or is it partially defrosted? Completely defrosted. Okay. Now that would take several hours, wouldn't it? No, not bathtub, hot water.
He showed no remorse for his action and actually seemed proud about what he had done, even telling the detective that flushing Rory's body was an awesome way of getting rid of a body.
Okay, how much of her body did you guys get back? Obviously the entire skeletal structure, right? Well, we obviously whatever was in the house. Yes, in the freezer. Yes. And how much of it were you able to pull out of the pipes? Quite a bit. It was bad luck. Yeah, that's what I tell people. They're like, you're stupid. I'm like, you kidding me? Well, that's an awesome way. Yeah. I just got greedy, that's all.
However, while he easily admitted that he had decapitated Rory, he refused to say anything about how he had murdered the 2 teens, insisting that he wanted to be comfortable in jail and have internet access in exchange for that information, keeping his cards close to his chest in exchange for living comfortably in prison.
Spilling the beans and being as comfortable as I can in jail. Not like $100,000 like picked in, but like an allowance. I don't know. I don't know. Like internet access, like a TV. Like I don't have anybody who's gonna buy me TV.
Adam was charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder of both Rory and Candace. During his trial, the prosecution argued that although Candace's body was yet to be found, Adam had probably killed her much in the same way that he killed Rory. Adam preyed on the two teens because they were both vulnerable, homeless, and struggling with substance abuse, so he thought no one would miss them. Adam tried to defend himself, claiming that the two teens had died of an overdose and that he only disposed of their bodies because he didn't want to be implicated. However, the judge didn't believe this, and in March 2021, Adam was found guilty of the first-degree murder of Rory and sentenced to life in prison with no chance of parole for 25 years.
Good.
He also got 18 years in prison for the charge of manslaughter and Candace's death because there was no evidence to prove that he had intentionally killed her. Both sentences would run concurrently.
The cries of victory from those closest to Rory Hache and Candace Fitzpatrick after learning Adam Strong, guilty of first-degree murder and manslaughter, is now going away to prison for good.
It does not change the fact that our girls are not coming home, but today we let them rest. Today this monster's off our street, and he's no longer a part of our day. He's no longer a part of our lives.
In his remarks, Justice Joseph DeLuca addressed Strong directly, saying, "Your moment before us is done. You are a dangerous predator who will never be seen in public again."
However, the story doesn't end there. In November of 2021, after missing for almost 14 years, Candace's remains were finally found after Adam led the police to where he had hidden them.
We conducted an operation which led us to a small clearing by the tree line behind Secreto Drive in Oshawa. I can confirm today that the remains found last November are those of Candace Fitzpatrick.
What do you think about this case? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments section.
I'll tell you what I think, Emma. God damn it. I think that man was just one of these, just like the craziest of the craziest, bro. Like, just like mental. Like, he was mental, bro. And I'm just tripping off two things with this dude. I'm tripping off how he sat right there and thought flushing them down the drain was a great way to get rid of a body. Like, where's the logic in this, bro? You don't think these pipes gonna get clogged up? Like, seriously? Come on now. And then the other thing, what the other thing I'm tripping about, y'all? I'm tripping out that he don't want to admit to actually killing them. He admitted to cutting the damn girl head off and throwing her torso in the lake and flushing them down the drain and stuff, but he don't want to say that he killed them. Like, bro, come on, bro. Man, there's some crazy folks out here, y'all. Y'all just be safe, man. Long story short, short story long. For real. That's our girl Anna, man. Anna always does a great job, man. I love watching videos from her. And we'll be back to her real quick. And I'll be back real quick, my people. But hey, until I see y'all again, y'all got to hit that like button for me. Hit that subscribe if you ain't. And make sure you can holler at me tomorrow. But until then, my friends, I got one more thing to say. The Bean Baby. Legend.